What do sparrows say?
Sparrows, well, they say a lot of different things. They go, cheep, 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 cheep. And they go, sometimes they kind of do a tiny
Burp. Burp.
kind of like a burp. Burp. Welcome to the Bird Brief, where we do a quick dive into the latest news and research on birds. Shockingly. I'm Stephanie Jenkins Aslett, avian ecologist, and spring migration is right around the corner. So, in this episode, we're going to look at how climate change is reshaping bird migration. From NASA's new study on global climate patterns influencing migration routes to the challenges birds face as spring arrives earlier each year. We'll also uncover a fascinating nesting tool used by cavity nesting birds and celebrate the hopeful recovery of turtle doves in the UK after decades of decline. Let's get started. As spring shifts earlier, many migrating birds are struggling to keep up. A study published in Scientific Reports reveals that many migrating birds struggle to adjust their spring arrival to match the earlier onset of spring caused by climate change. Analyzing decades of bird observations and satellite data, researchers found that while birds are shifting migration timing, they lag behind the pace of environmental changes. And this mismatch poses survival risks. Species relying on photoperiod cues, how many hours of daylight in each day as you cycle through the year, face particular challenges. As birds may arrive after critical food sources have peaked, they're too late. The study underscores the urgency of conservation strategies that address habitat protection, climate resilience, and preservation of critical migratory stopovers. Next, a NASA-led study examined 23 years of bird migration data using NOAA's radar system, uncovering how global climate patterns influence migration timing across the U.S. The variations in the Pacific Ocean temperature affects birds in the West, while the Rossby waves, a type of large-scale atmospheric disturbance originating in the tropical Pacific, impacts eastern migration patterns. These findings emphasize the interconnectedness of global climate and ecological systems. As climate change intensifies, shifts in migration timing may disrupt food availability and habitat synchronization, as I think we've mentioned before. This research enhances predictive tools for understanding migration changes and aiding in conservation efforts to protect vulnerable species. Now, let's delve into some avian ingenuity. Cavity nesting birds, such as the great crested flycatcher, for instance, have been observed incorporating shed snakeskins into their nests. And really, the researchers said themselves, we're trying to address why birds are investing all this time and effort in finding this bizarre material. And so they got into it. So this strategy is pretty clever, and it appears to deter potential predators, possibly by signaling that a snake is nearby. And they don't want to be near the snake because the snake's going to eat them. It's just a fascinating example of birds using available resources to protect their young. Next, turtle doves in the UK are making a slow but hopeful comeback, thanks to a 2021 hunting ban across Western Europe. After decades of decline, losing 98% of their population, the species has seen a 25% increase, or over 400,000 more birds, across its migratory range. Conservationists, including Operation Turtle Dove, are working with landowners to restore habitats, and experts say that this proves international cooperation is key to protecting migratory birds. So with continued efforts, there's optimism that turtle doves will see an even greater recovery in years ahead. So with that, this is Stephanie Jenkins Aslett, and thank you for listening to The Bird Brief. Please tune in 2 weeks for the next rundown, or should I say feather down, of the birds we love.
It looks like a popsicle.
Oh, it does. Oh, wait. No way. Now. All right. So.
I'm interested in what you can record now.
Me too.
Now, let Let's record.
Hello, and welcome to the Bird Brief. I have a very good friend of mine here. His name is Zan. Zan, can you say hello? Yeah.
What's this friend?
Well, I'm saying you're my friend, honey.